What's happening? YouTube,
Fam.
24 hours post Hyrox Brisbane. We thought jump on and give you a bit of a, debrief of the weekend. What do you reckon, Georgie?
I reckon that's a great idea.
We live on the Sunshine Coast now, so the Sunny Coast is an hour away from Brisbane. So we're back ready to rumble for the week. But we went down on Friday and registered on Friday night. Oh my God, how crazy was it on Friday night? Like it was crazier than Sydney and crazier than any other registration that I've had overseas.
Yeah, I don't know. Like they definitely do their best, but it's the lack of volunteers as well.
I think it's lack of volunteers. They definitely do their best by trying to get everyone through, but
that line was
crazy. And then obviously Saturday, I really enjoyed the course, and we don't have to talk about that too much, but I think the layout was sensational. I'll be the first to say to Hyrox Australia that the farmers carry situation by it being not in the normal rock zone. It was actually on the right of the running course as opposed to the left.
So you didn't actually go through the arch, the in arch.
The in arch. That was perfect.
I loved it.
Amazing. And I don't think a lot of people would have got it wrong. It was very clear to...
You just had to be switched on and understand, instead of running on the left side of the lane, you run on the right side and just enter in there. I actually thought it was a really good setup.
Yeah, it was perfect. But for myself, during the day, I went to watch Georgie Girl in the Women's Pro, who absolutely smashed it. And that was at 1 o'clock. I ended up going back to my hotel for a bit of a nap and kind of like a reset. I always think to myself, most races that I do are between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m., right? I try to break up my day into two. I wake up normally at 6 or 5:30, 6 a.m. in the morning normally. I have my normal morning, eat coffee, I go for a run even. And by lunchtime-ish, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I try to have a nap to then wake up, and to me, that's when race day is. It's just a reset. So that's what I did on the weekend. Ended up starting at 6:50.
What time do you usually head over to the venue? It's usually like an hour before.
It was perfect this time in Brisbane because we literally were 5-minute walk to the venue, and I was able to just get there 45 minutes beforehand and start my warm up. So that
do you usually take about 45 minutes?
45 minutes, and I don't want to. I actually have decided I don't want to be there more than 45 minutes because I don't need it.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, did that. Started at 6:50. I felt really good. Full stop. Period. I tapered for this one. Anthony, my coach, and I decided to do a taper. And it's amazing to go into a race feeling as if you've tapered and tapered well. And that's what we did. Right from the word go, I wanted to make sure that I was there to make a statement.
What does that mean to you, to make a statement?
What does it mean? It means to me that even though it's not a major, and even though it's not a race that I need to get a time for, I'm still going to give it my all. That's what a statement means to me. And it also means that, I want to be, I want to make sure that I know, and Anthony knows, that come Amsterdam in 8 weeks' time, 9 weeks' time, I'm ready to go. internally, I wanted to prove to myself that I can make a statement tonight to really get me into gear for my preparation for Amsterdam. That's what it means to me.
So you didn't have a time based or
no, I did.
specific goal?
I did. Anthony and I discussed about, if all is going well, I could be on track for a 50, a 53, a 54. And then ultimately, end up producing what I did doesn't mean that I wasn't feeling good. But to kind of go into the actual race itself, felt fantastic. And the last two races against the big man himself, Tangy Cruz, I thought I was actually going to come off the ski erg before him this time, but the big man holds like a 140 on the ski. That's why he was able to jump off
Can I ask
10 seconds prior to me.
How quickly did you catch him on the runs?
Well, I was about to get. I'm about to get there. Like correct. Like I literally was able to smack him straight away. Hey, not smack him. Sorry, but yeah, he's powerful on the ski erg, right? And then I was able to catch him within 10 seconds. But anyway, jumped on the sleds, and the sleds felt great, to be honest. And I got to the rower. Georgie girl was there, right there. And I turned to you and asked you what time I entered the rower. And what did you say?
31:27?
31:27 or something like that.
Something like that.
31:27 entering the rower, and due to entering the rower, I knew that I was potentially on track for a really fast time. Let's just put it that way. To then I'll just be honest and blunt. My running wasn't able to be as fast as I wanted to after the rower, and also the lunges got to me a little bit more than normal. I'm normally, what would you say,
It's one of your strongest.
Yeah, it's one of my strongest stations. I love the lunge, but for some reason, I'll be honest, as soon as I chucked that, I think I said this to you, as soon as I put the sandbag on my shoulders, I was like, one, the sandbag felt heavier than 30k, and then also as soon as I started lunging, for some reason I just didn't have the power.
I reckon, and this is my own personal opinion, but because you were pushing the other stations so much harder, specifically the sled pull as well, because that was your main goal to improve on from last race, your legs just were even more fatigued potentially than usual. So by the time you got to the lunges, it was just so much heavier.
Yeah,
and you could put it down to anything,
but you bring up a good point, because it's hard to know. It's hard to know, right? And what you're saying is is it to do with the training or the lack of training, or my unilateral single leg a lunging strength, or is it to do with what I just did on the sled pull or the sled push? Or it's really, and it's fascinating. There's no answer to that. I think
you just go back to training.
You just go back to training to get
stronger unilaterally.
To then hit the wall balls, ended up doing 71 unbroken. It was actually 79.
You got a lot of no reps.
No, sorry. Yeah, it was 71 because there was no reps.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he did 79 wall balls, but we went back to the live and actually watched it. So it was 79 actual wall balls, but 71 counted wall balls.
Yeah.
And then you dropped it, and then did you do the rest?
And then I did 29 unbroken after that. it's funny, like from my end, a lot of my family and friends were there, and that was the most exciting part about the race. It was in my hometown, and I had so many people come out to watch. A lot of people after the race were very they didn't think my wall balls, the no rep wall balls, were no reps, but they definitely were. And it's funny on that the perspective of someone watching versus me actually doing it is different. But I remember doing a few, and I remember one or two like not touching the center and going, oh, that's a no rep, and she no repped me. And like I even was thinking no rep, you know, versus like someone actually watching it from a different angle, right?
Yeah.
So I personally think the actual the judging on me was spot on.
Yeah.
And I can't complain about that.
Yeah.
To end up finishing at a
55.
40.
40.
55,
Is that
40.
your second fastest time?
Second fastest time, yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I ran across the finish line, saw 55:40, and I wasn't over the moon. I wasn't over the moon.
Away.
Georgie saw my face, and you knew that straight away.
Yeah, straight away.
I was, let's just use the cliche saying, happy but not satisfied. Happy but not satisfied.
I think because you were so close, and you knew on that roll you were so close to getting a 53, but there were just certain things that you couldn't maintain.
Yep.
So knowing that you were so close.
Yeah.
But yeah. Happy but not satisfied.
Happy but not satisfied. Yeah. So, you know, like where to next is obviously quite a simple one. It's back to the drawing board for the Amsterdam first major race, which I think is in just shy of 8 weeks. Just shy of 8 weeks now, which is going to come up very quickly.
Yeah, but thank you, Hyrox Australia.
Yeah, thank you once again. It was an amazing event.
Yeah, so that's our last Australian race. We're not going to head over to Perth.
You're not thinking about going to Perth?
Nope.
No.
I'm done.
You're done?
Forever. You've heard it here first.
No, you're not. No. You're not done forever at all.
Not done forever, but yeah. Amsterdam. Excited to see what you can do.
Amsterdam. 8 weeks' time. See you there.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support.
Thanks, guys. Talk soon.